Where's the worst place to get horny at? Exactly where everyone can tell all their sick desires thinking they are not. Bro, if you even write this a hit about your own family, then you have serious issues and need removed from society. Fantasies are things you wish would happen. Who would pretend to have sex with their own children is somebody that should not have been permitted to create in your bed when you wake up? Especially when your mom's calling you, or when you want to do something that isn't jorking the peanuts or whatever the hell women do. But to be honest, any place can impossibly will be the worst place to get horny at, and possibly your grave as well if it's that bad. As a gay man, in a locker room, I will get ashamed at the thought of seeing something I shouldn't, and the shame would make me think of it more, which would make me horny. And I would always panic trying to find ways to hide it but still change in time. For guys, I'll go eat their family reunion during a three-legged race or family-packed car, while daydreaming. For girls, I'll say either the zoo or the aquarium where you can swim with marine life. Animals can have different reactions depending on cycle. Not fully horny but getting diesel dick while delivering drywall with a guy whose nickname is Chiclets cause his teeth are so messed up. Getting a boner in that truck was not great. Gotta just quick too when it's time to get out of the truck. One time at the breakfast table we exchanged a look and knew it was time. We shoved everything aside and went to it right on the tabletop. A couple dishes hit the floor but it didn't slow us down. They won't let us in Denny's anymore. Just last week I was getting turned on while getting my tooth drilled for a filling. I had recently walked in on my 80-year-old step-grandmother topless, so I just focused on that image until it was over. On the bed donating plasma. Don't get me wrong, I love getting horny making money, but getting up is awkward when your pecker isn't up your waistband and you have to adjust yourself in front of everyone in class. Thanks God I'm in studies that don't require to go to the whiteboard to do a presentation. But damn, I'm so embarrassed when I'm sitting at my table and I get a boner for no apparent reasons. Middle school band concert. My wife is a smoke show and always has to go to them directly from work where she dresses up most days. Sometimes I look over at her and it hits. Little bit awkward. A lot of people giving the standard answers here, but does anyone agree that the dentist's office would be really bad? It's like you get turned on from having someone fucking with your teeth. When you find yourself precariously perched on a skyscraper gargoyle where even the slightest shift in weight will make you take a shortcut to the lobby. For me it's anywhere. I have a big dick and when I get random erections I have to fight a mental battle of biblical proportions just to lower my member. Donating plasma. I'm hooked up to the machine as I type this, and I can't help but think how inconvenient a raging hard-on would be right now. At a zoo, my friend. The last thing you want is a wild animal mistaking your enthusiasm for an invite to a romantic rendezvous. Perhaps a female prison, but I mean if you work in that sort of location and pop a boner then maybe it was part of the plan. Visiting your mom, who is in the hospital because she saw you treating your body like it was an amusement park. A funeral. I have wanted to blow many a mourner. I do think it's possible in the right situation. Oh man, I had a lot of explaining to do as I tucked my erection into my waistband at the Anne Frank house while taking the MCAT, but not if it's the car section. If it's the car section it's a high yield move. Surprised more people haven't said the doctor's office when you are getting a physical. That's awkward AF. Nowhere is the worst place for it. Just my opinion. Accept it, people. We get horny. Stop being so prude. Gay pride, hands down. My job during a meeting where we were standing in a wide circle. I always hate when it happens during physicals. Really embarrassing when the doc is right there lol. In the mourner's line at a funeral for your... Who's worst? Who's worst? Who's worst stepsister? A birthday party. I don't wanna watch you open presents, I wanna go home and do push-ups on myself. Doing the limbo with the bar really low and your erection is what topples the bar and you lose. I think getting a boner at the crematorium while watching a live cremation would be pretty bad. Jail. Also, if you get horny anywhere else, straight to horny jail. No win situation there. No matter the place, I just think of an Holly elderly nun doing nun stuff to bring it down. At work, that's gotta be awkward and I can imagine annoying if you have a labor-focused job. Funeral. Everyone looks good dressed in black and emotions are high, but it's not right. I was expecting to see work at the top but I guess most people love the drama lol. Parent-child class. Unless you're a divorced parent and the child's teacher isn't you. Your own hearing for sexual assault, you've just been called as a hostile witness. Where your wife has just given birth to your child and she passes him over to you. Dude speaking, being getting horny is not synonymous with a boner or vice versa. Funny how the guilty ones always show themselves like the ignorant cunts they are. At work, at school, at family gatherings, anywhere when there's people nearby. Daycare. When it comes to these questions, the answer will always be daycare, public pool. Hiding a boner in swimming pants is hard, I have experience when presenting something in front of a group either at work or school work, because we all have dirty thoughts about our co-workers. Damn it, PE or the gym. Sports shorts aren't good for keeping the boner down. Skull, a funeral. Awkward, inappropriate, and it's mostly your family there. Your murder trial where you allegedly sexually assaulted the body. The third stall and the rest stop. Do not put your penis in that hole. The large animal necrology lab at Colorado State University, maybe. Child dance recital. Parent-teacher conference. On Small World at work. Especially with a hot colleague sitting next to you. 6th grade math class, when I was called to walk up to the board, just before your turn to present in front of your classmates. In a chair, when your grand after is sitting on your lap. A physical checkup. And to make things spicy, add a nurse. Family reunion emo. That would not be good for anyone. Chuck E. Cheese. Edit joke credit to Zach Galifianakis. Anywhere other than the Buffalo Wild Wings parking lot. Don't get horny at a vacuum. Heard stories. Meeting your partner's family, or at a court hearing. Giving a presentation in front of 20-odd colleagues. At sea, no members of the opposite sex around. FML.